Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to welcome our esteemed guest and our honorable friend of the Muslim community here, Mr. Nadir Al Turk. And I'll be also joining in the session and helping ask questions or to help benefit from our time together. We pray that Allah bless us all. And may Allah reward all of the participants who are gathered here because of their love of Islam and their love of Allah. And we as one ummah, we want to stand together for this important cause, which is a cause for Islam and the ummah of Islam. And it's not a Palestinian cause or an Arab cause. It's a cause for all Muslims in every place, in every land. So thank you again to our esteemed guest, Mr. Turk. And we would like to give you the floor, inshallah, if you'd like to share. I know this has been a very, very difficult and trying time. And I think everybody here wants to know what they can do to help the situation, and maybe you can give us your perspective on how we as an ummah can stand with Palestine and to help in this very, very difficult time.
Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah.
First of all, thanks a lot for organizing this Zoom meeting to speak to all of you, to the young generation of Pakistani brothers and sisters, our sons and daughters, to share the vision of Palestine, the statement of Palestine, the situation, sadly, in Palestine, which need the support from all of you to having better situation soon, inshallah. I'm so sorry for couldn't attend yesterday your Zoom meeting. I'm request to be late this night because I hope you understand my situation that I involved in many interviews and meetings keep my time occupied for mostly all the day. So I'm so sorry again for this issue. I like to share some thing how is right now situation in Palestine, especially in Gaza. 7 of the months, some of our armed people make actually what we can make it. It is like miracle, mujiza, what they are do by succeed to cross one of the most secure and defended borders in the world. The stage there, it is almost 20 or 30 meters concrete under the ground. Over the ground, they have electronic sage, which is connected with operation room. If any animal, any bird close to it 100 meter close, directly automatic fire machine open fire and kill that bird or that animal. Imagine when you are speaking about 1,500 armed Palestinian people get in with their own personal weapon, with their own jeeps, with their own bikes, and enter this area and do what they was planned to do, attack more than 11 Israelis army camps, full by soldiers, full by tanks, full by weapons. Mostly it is American weapons. And they attack more than 20 Israeli settlements. Some of it is 20 kilometers far away from Gaza borders, and stay there for more than 7 hours and come back safely to Gaza Strip. Before the Israelis could do anything, for their army can do any reaction of this action, they killed many of Israeli soldiers, some armed settlers, hostage, more than 250 Israeli soldiers, many of them are high ranks, and come back with all of that safety to Gaza Strip. Americans support Israelis with more than $3 billion every year as as aid for their army, for their weapons, for their army technology to be used to defend themselves and become stronger. This since many years. With that, they couldn't defend themselves against small amount of Palestinian armed people, attack them during the daylight, not on the night, and they come back safely again together. This is actually what has happened in the 7th of the month. Is damage destroyed the image of Israelis as a superpower country in the region. This image damaged once forever, which means that Israelis' reactions right now become looking for only revenge by killing more and more civilians, more and more Palestinians, people, children, women, damage more than 50% of the buildings, homes in Gaza Strip, which means that more than 1.5 million right now of Palestinian people live in Gaza Strip. They are homeless without any homes to use it. And they try to rebuild their image as a superpower country by the flesh and blood of Palestinian children, Palestinian women. What actually this is? What is this? The real story? What's happening right now? Crimes against humanity, crimes, war crimes against the Palestinians by the Israelis, only to rebuild their own image as a superpower country by our people, flesh and blood, our civilian people. Actually, they're only targeting civilians. They didn't target until now maybe minimum of armed Palestinian people, but they couldn't actually destroy their power. They didn't even succeed to end launching of rockets and missiles against Israelis areas, which mean until now they didn't achieve what there was mentioned in the media and their statement. They're going to destroy the armed groups in Gaza once forever. Until now, they can do nothing. They only kill more and more civilians. More than 70% of them are children and women.
Mr.
This
Turk,
actually,
yeah, question here. The way I'm here in the West in the media, they're presenting it as if the Palestinians are the aggressors and the Israelis are innocent people that weren't doing anything. They were just, minding their own business. And here comes these Palestinians that are harming them for no reason other than that they're Jewish. Can you
we
can you
also
speak? Can you explain, what has happened in the last 80 years to the Palestinian people? What are they trying to stand up for? What are their grievances?
let's see, when the Israelis attacked Gaza in 2008, 2009, they killed and injured thousands of Palestinians for no reason, for nothing. When they attack Palestinians in attack Gaza again in 2012, attack Gaza again 2014, attack Gaza again 2019, attack Gaza again 2021, and right now they have the first time the Palestinians taking actions, not a reaction, is this first time. They try to mention fake news that the Palestinians armed people, when they attack the Israeli settlements, actually they're rabid ladies and cut the heads of 40 elephant children, Israeli children.
President
And
Biden, President Biden spread this rumor.
yes, yes, I
Unfortunately,
complete this.
yeah,
And
said
Mr.
that
Biden directly catch this word from the mouth of Mr. Netanyahu and start take it an official statement against the Palestinian. And he said that he can't imagine what kind of terror when they are attack innocent people. Later on, he was need to say sorry, pardon, I make a mistake. I couldn't check if it is this true or fake before I mentioned that in my official statement. And the Speaker of the White House was need to explain the situation and say there is no evidence that any Israeli's infant child was killed during this attack by the Palestinian armed people. This was his
So there's
first mistake.
a lot of propaganda
But
against
the problem, this video was watched by more than 27 million from the Western countries, and many of them still follow this fake statement, this fake news, and they didn't update their information, their knowledge by the mistake what has happened, and resolve the mistake which has happened. They still follow some of the steps, but some of them is diplomat and still repeat the same fake story as it is fact. Because actually most of the Western countries, people are victim of the Western countries media, which is
yes.
try to publish fake news, supporting blind Israelis, marketing their ideas, their statements, their lies as facts on the ground. When anyone have a small mind, have a time for think once or twice how it is happening. Yeah, imagine how become there is armed people cross borders of enemy, attack army camps, attack armed settlers, and they have time to do what they are asked, or speak about it. And actually, the armed Palestinians are publishing many videos uh, present how they was dealing with the ladies, how they was dealing with the children, how they was playing with their enemies' children, and they take care of them, didn't attack any of them. And one of the Israeli settlers mentioned in her interview that one of the armed Palestinian people, when he come inside her home, he found her with her old mother in the house, and he saw some banana on the kitchen, and he looked at it and asked her, can I have your permission to eat one? And she said, okay, you can eat. Which means even he didn't touch a banana without getting
Mhm.
permission from the owner of the banana, when all the land actually is stolen from Palestinian, which is owned for us. So this means that all of the news which we are seeing in the media, I'm not supporting Hamas, not supporting what is happening and what is happening in the ground, but actually the attitude of the people when they was involved in armed situation, in kind of battle against one of the strongest army in the region. His attitude according to Islam, according to the orders of Muhammad والسلام, which is very clear. Don't cut a tree, don't kill a woman, don't kill a child, don't kill an old man. Okay? And this is how Messenger Muhammad والسلام, learn us how as Muslim to deal when we are in battle against our enemies. Okay? So how I don't know from where it came these stories. Later on was the second mistake of Mr. Biden when he was visiting Israelis to face solidarity and support for the Israelis. He said it was one day after the Israelis attack against the Ahli Arabi Ma'amadani hospital in Gaza City. And he said, oh, I know it is not you, but it is the other team who is attacked the hospital. Yani he again repeat the same mistake.
These were 500 innocent sick people that were killed by a very
More than
powerful weapon.
250
Very,
of
very
injured.
powerful weapon. Yeah. That was
Most of
clearly
them
from the
are children
Israelis.
and women. Yes. So again and again, the Americans, British, Germans, all or most of the Western countries follow the fake news published by the Israelis blindly. I can't understand how they are actually uh, can uh, can defend themselves in this attitude when they are using fake news against Palestinian people and try to use it against our image.
Sir,
This
so
is one
are
the
they
issue, but this is the start of the story. The start of the story why the Palestinians mention or address this battle under the name flood or Aqsa flood, because this, according to their statement, that Israelis settlers, Israelis leaders, daily attack Aqsa Masjid, and they have a plan. It's sooner, not later, going to be a bear on the ground that they are planning to damage Aqsa Masjid and change it to become a Jewish temple only for the Jew, which means they will end once forever Qibla Awal, Beit al-Muqaddas, and we're going to rebuild the fake, which is no evidence actually, it was appearing in that area, the Temple of Sulaiman. And here I like to go a little bit for the history that it was, in 1929, it was clashes between Palestinians, Muslim, and Jew. It was named in that time El Buraq, which is right now they are name it Thieves will
Western
the willing
wailing?
willing wall. Well, actually, it is the Buraq wall. It is part of Aqsa Masjid. And that time it was, they sent the British request international community to come to study the facts on the ground, to find evidence if the Jew have the right of that wall or not. This in 1930, that community. And after the few, they are discuss with all the parties, and they looking for all the evidence, all the document. They came out with a statement that the Jew don't have any right of this wall. This wall, it is completely owned for Muslim, and it need to keep on as under the control of Muslim. If this is about the wall, imagine about Aqsa Masjid itself,
Yes, yes.
which
So,
means their propaganda, their fake news, which is supported by many countries. It is actually against the facts on the ground, against the realities, against the history, against even the word of Allah Himself. Okay?
mhm,
So no one can understand how long we are going to be victims of this double standard and this Western media, which is blindly support any lies, Israelis lies, and
yes.
ignoring the facts on the ground, and just close their eyes and repeat blindly, stupid way the propaganda of Israelis, which is completely lies.
Sir,
What
so
is right
there's a
now?
genocide, the genocide that's happening now in Gaza. They've even bombed a church, I think, yesterday, and still the
two,
Western countries are
2 days
supporting, are
before.
part of
By
this
the way,
genocide.
this is church, it is more than 1,000 years old. And according to what I read in the media, it is one of maybe the third oldest Christian church in the world,
Mm,
which means they are even care about the humanity, history, their own supporters, holy places. Yeah, we speak about Western countries, all of it are Christian. So when you speak about Christian, we speak about churches, their holy places. When they are not care about their own supporters, holy places, you think they're going to care about Muslims, children, Muslim mosque, Muslim
Right.
masjids, Muslim holy places, Muslim lives? This is the question. It needs to be answered by Israelis and with Western countries. What we are
What are
facing
the
right now
Muslim
in Gaza,
countries? What are the Muslim countries doing to help? Have any of the Muslim countries done anything to support Palestine in this difficult time? Are they diplomatically or
I will go this for this question, brother, if you don't mind. But I want to explain small things. What we are seeing right now, not only genocide, we are saying there is collective punishment because the Israelis, since more than 2 weeks, block the supply of food, water, electricity, fuel, gas, and medical supply, medical equipments. Because Gaza, it is one of the Palestinian territories under Israeli occupation since 1967. According to that, they are control all our borders, even the sea. And the only borders are not under their control is the southern area, which is having borders with Egypt. Egyptian leadership was in cooperation with Muslim Ummah and some friendly countries, and some of it are actually support the two sides, support by media, support by political position, by military power, military supply, the Israelis. But for humanitarian supplies, they are supporting the Palestinians. Okay, so many of this humanitarian supply arrived to Egypt. Hundreds of trucks are waiting on the borders to send this supply to Palestinians. The Israelis warned the Egyptians since the early time of this battle that if any of this trucks cross the Gaza borders, we're going to attack it with our air force. Okay,
so
which
they're trying
means
to stop
they
people
block the supply and they don't like to create any other way to help the Palestinians there. We have many hospitals right now out of service because they don't have any medical equipments to use it for make a treatment or operation for the injured people there. Even there is no electricity. They are using 24 hours the diesels or generators, which is need fuel, and they don't have any more fuel. So they are using right now many of that hospitals use mobile flashlight to make operation in the corridors because there is no enough space to make operation in the operation room. Operation room full of cases, and they can't do what they can. They are start making operation even of the corridors of the hospital without any kind of safety, without any kind of using anything against genes or any which means that the life of the patient actually in danger because it is an open area. Okay.
No sterile equipment. It,
Yes,
is
this
government of
something and
Pakistan
something else. Even the doctors right now, they are in position. He need to choose which patient he need to take care of it because limited resources of medical supply. And if the case is in very dangerous situation and it is he is not sure his treatment with it going to give it opportunity to live, okay, he ignore it and going for the patient he feel that when he give it urgent treatment is going to be survive, which means they are right now actually don't have the opportunity to giving equal care for all the patients because the limited resources need him to make this hard choice, which is against his belief, against his swear of to take care of all the patient, but actually he don't have any things to do between his hands, because the Israelis closer, the Israelis collective punishment make him under pressure to take this serious and dangerous decisions against his own beliefs. Imagine what kind of situation our doctors, our medical teams are facing right now. And with that, the Israelis keep attack hospitals, schools, and even ambulance, which is going to take the patient from the attacks areas. They are actually attacked by the Israelis. And
I think
this
a
actually
number,
in all
a lot of
rules. This is a
a lot
crime.
of
This is war
journalists as
crimes.
well. A lot of journalists, a lot of people reporting. Are they deliberately targeting journalists so they can hide the news from the world?
At least 17 journalists was killed during this, since the 7th of the month until now. Even with our, wear the vest and the or homelet of which is mentioned our breasts. Okay, even they are targeting by the Israelis, because Israelis are targeting every Palestinian things, human, child, woman, old man, houses, buildings, streets, even the stones, holy places, everything is there. It is targeting by the Israelis. They try to damage everything. This lead us for the second things. What's the plan for Gaza? What is the Israelis' plan for Gaza? They order the Palestinians, people who are living in north of Gaza Strip, by force. You need to leave your homes. You need to transfer yourself, shift yourself to south areas of Gaza Strip to be safe. On the other hand, we speak about 1.1 million. And we speak about hospitals there have very dangerous situation. Every things need to be empty to be damaged by the Israelis. If this is not collective punishment, what we can name it? If this is not the crimes against, if this is what war crimes, what we can name it? This is not the only issue. They only order them to go to southern areas to get safety and stability. Actually, they are still attack the southern area and even attack the people from north area in their way to the southern area. And there was order them to do that with 24 hours. I don't know what kind of power, what kind of country can shift 1.1 million in 24 hours from this area to other area.
Yes, and many of these people are already refugees, correct? They're already refugees from their own towns and places that have been stolen by the Zionists. Is that
More than
correct?
70% of Gaza people are refugees. More than 70% of Gaza Strip people are refugees. So this is the first step. Second step, according to what's published in the media and by statement by Israeli official, that the second step is transfer all Gaza people, all Gaza Strip people, to be transferred from Gaza Strip to Egyptian borders, to become, which means speak about 2.2 million Palestinian civilians need to be transferred from their own homes, their own properties in Gaza, to become refugees for the second time in their life since 1948, to be shifted in Egypt. This leads us for the third things. If they succeed in transfer people of Gaza out of Gaza, which they are actually said that is going to be for temporarily time until they killed all the armed Palestinian people and Hamas and Jihad Islami, damage all of them for once forever. This is what they are to be have free military zone to damage everything. So this lead us for the third step by the Israeli vision, which was published in some international media and in some social media, that the Israelis plan actually in the third step to damage Gaza Strip completely by technical non-clear weapons, okay, throat Jadam bombs, to be damaged completely all Gaza Strip, which mean when they are mentioned, this is going to be shift of will of Gaza from Gaza to Egypt, going to be temporarily, actually it's going to be forever, which mean the people of Gaza will not have the opportunity to come back to Gaza because there is no Gaza anymore. There is no Gaza Strip. This is the Israeli plan.
So, sir, they're blaming the victim. Can you talk about how the Israelis blame the victims? They make the victim look like they're an aggressor. And then they justify dehumanizing the Palestinian people because the people think that the Palestinian people don't value innocent life. Can you talk about how they dehumanize the Palestinians, and what can we do?
You
How
know,
can we?
yes, Jew usually when they are speak about Holocaust, they are speak that there was a victim of the Nazi, victim of Hitler, victim of the intelligence department of Hitler, and they was become a victim, killed by millions by the Nazis during the Second War. And during that time, the propaganda of Nazi against the Jew, they mention them and name them rats.
Mm,
Of course, just to make the Nazi army, when they kill the Jew, don't feel any guilty because he only kill rats, not kill a human being.
mm.
The Israelis defense minister, in official statement in the TV, he going and say proud with all full courage and open air, okay, with all the international society, that Palestinians in Gaza actually are not human, they are animals human, which mean the victim of Nazi using the same words of Nazi against the Palestinians, which mean we are right now facing a new Nazi, a new apartheid system, a new Nazi using the same words, using the same actions against humanity, crimes against humanity. What was happened by the Nazi against the Jew and many minorities in Europe was war crimes. It was crimes against humanity. What Israelis right now, as a victims, as a Jew, a victim of Nazi, actually, they have the same attitudes, okay? They have the same propaganda, the same speech, the same statement against the Palestinians, which mean we are facing right now a new Nazi system, a new apartheid system, a new crimes, new criminals against humanity. And on the other hand, what we are see from the international community, especially America, USA, United States of America leaders, leaders of Great Britain, leaders of Germany, leaders of many Western countries, they said this Israelis have the full right of defense. This is the only defense themselves. So if Nazi was defense himself when he was killing the Jew,
It only applies in one. It doesn't apply to
this
the
is crime
Palestinian.
and this is crime. This
Palestinians
equally crime.
don't have.
Nazi against Yahud, attitude against Yahud, acts against Jew was crimes. And what we are facing right now by the Jew against the Palestinians is the crimes. So we need to have, don't need to have double standard. There is one standard for all to deal with all humans. All humans actually are son and daughter of Adam and Eve. All of us as humans are brother and sister in humanity. All of us have equal rights to live in peace and stability. Only whatever your nationality, whatever your religion, whatever your color, whatever your language, whatever your ethnic group, you have equal rights like all the humans being, because you are a human being. So what is Israel facing right now? It is actually against international law, against international human law. It is against the principle of human rights, and it is actually they are defending and supporting the killer against the victim. They are supporting the crimes against humanity in cool blood. And they were speaking still right now with you. They are killing many Palestinian children. They told, oh, but the Palestinians killed 40 Israeli children, and still repeat the same fake news, the same lies to defend the action, the Israelis' action against and crimes against humanity. What we face in Gaza right now, it is actually crimes against humanity. It is genocide. It is ethnic cleansing. It is war crimes, and this need us as a human being, hand by hand, cooperate together strongly to end this madness once forever, and giving opportunity for wise people to create a solution of this Israeli's madness, this Israeli's crimes against humanity. This need to be end. The end double standards, which is used by Eastern countries, it need to be end. They need to understand that all humans are equal. All humans have the right to have peace and better future. Not these principles, not selected for nations and ignoring other nations. This is for the standards for all the human beings. This needs to be understood by all the international community, by all the Western countries, which are blindly support the Israelis in their crimes against humanity. We are waiting
What
to see what is going to be happened,
what
but
can we do? What can the young people do? Especially we have here with us a lot of students of Islam. What can they do to be supporters of the Palestinian, the Muslims, our brothers and sisters? How can they?
before I speak about young generations from Muslim Ummah, I need to speak about democracy. When I see many of European countries, Americans, people going in the street against the Israeli crimes against Palestinian people, and I see hundreds of thousands on the street against their own government propaganda and blind support to Israeli crimes against humanity in Gaza and in Palestine, I feel sad because the people are in the street in favor of Palestine, supporting Palestinians as a human. On the other hand, their leaders are going to visit Israelis in Tel Aviv to show their solidarity and their full support for Israelis in their crimes against Palestinians, and they said this is self-defense. I don't know or can't understand what kind of democracy we are speaking when you are not representing your own people and you are representing the lies of second country.
Yes, it's
The Americans
really
send statements,
very
send the
strong here.
statements.
But the people, Muslims here, there are a good number of Muslims in the West. But how can they spread the truth? What is it? What do you recommend? Is it social media? Should they use Facebook? Should they call their representatives
You
in
know, the
Congress?
rules of Facebook is making limited right of raise your voice, get the free of speech. Okay, actually, the rules of Facebook, it is against the human rights principles, because it is not free of speaks. All you are free to speak, even if you are speaking about killing. If you are killing Muslim, killing non-Jew, you are free to speak of that. But if you are speaking in favor of Palestine, actually they're going to block your website,
Mm.
your page. This is the issue, but that's what I'm going to speak about it. Actually, Mr. Blinken, when he go and visit Israelis, he mentioned his speak very dangerous statement. I didn't came to you as a foreign minister of United States of America. I came to you as a Jew.
Mm.
I think he getting the right answer by Mr. Sisi, the president of Egypt, when he told him the Jew never face any apartheid, there was not suffering of any kind of double standard in Egypt, in Arab countries or in Muslim countries. There was actually victim of European countries, especially in Spain. When you speak
Yes.
about Al-Andalus, what is happening after Al-Andalus, which mean that actually when you come to here and said that you came as a Jew, you give a wrong statement, because Jew never suffering in our countries. They're suffering in your own countries.
Yes.
Then thinking change his words because he become shy and under pressure and said, no, I came as a human being. This is the first thing which you are see how their attitude, how they change the fact on the ground. No one targeting Jew because they are Jew. Our enemies are not Jewish people. The Jewish are one like Muslim, like Christians, like others believer of Allah. They have their own religion which we respected. And as a Muslim, we need to believe in Allah. All his messengers include Moses, Jesus, and all, which means we need to believe in Jewish as a religion, like we believe in Islam. We need to believe in Christians as a religion, like we believe in Islam, because we are believe in Allah, believe in His messengers of Allah, include the Jewish messengers came to the Jew and message came for the Christians. We need to believe in all the holy books of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is our belief as Muslim. So as a Muslim, we don't have any problem with the Jew. Our problem actually is with Zionism, with apartheid, with occupation. Okay,
Ethnocentrism
this
and
is our enemy. Jew
yeah.
are not our enemy. Jew are like Muslim, like Christian, have respect and love from our side. The only problem is only against Zionism as a political apartheid Nazi system, try to create crimes against the humanity, occupy the other people homeland, try to damage the holy places for Muslim and Christians on the name of, I don't know. For sure, it is not in the name of Allah, because Allah principles in all the religions is peace and safety for all human beings. So this is to be clear. When Mr. Biden came to Israelis, he was proud and he mentioned, I came to you as an old Zionist. I came to
Mm.
you as an old Zionist. I came to express my solidarity and the full support of United States of America forever,
Mm.
which means he giving a green light to the Israelis to kill more and more Palestinians in cold blood without getting any reaction, without become guilty, without anyone in the international community can ask them what you are do, because actually they are killing only animals, humans, okay, according to the speech of the Israelis, like the Nazi speech about the Jews themselves. This is the things need to keep it in mind when you are speak about the situation. And when I speak about support, when you see all the support, blind support, the British Prime Minister came to them, and Mr. Netanyahu was not like to kiss him when he tried to kiss him, because he is Indian, which means he is not believe in Allah, because then according to that he is najasa. I don't know how they are support them. Actually, I can't understand how they thinking actually. So this is something else. This is not my issue. We respect all the nations, respect all the countries, respect all the belief, even who not believe in Allah, we respect him as a human being. This is not our problem. This is not the issue. The issue actually, Americans sent two of their airplane carrier to the Mediterranean Sea to be sure that Israelis are secure. I don't know from what. Okay.
Well,
They open the storehouse, military storehouse for Israelis to take whatever they need, not only in Israelis areas, but even in Western in European countries. It is all open for the Jew, for the Zionists to take whatever they need to kill more Palestinians.
I think they said
Not only that,
$100 billion he asked for to help the
yes,
Zionists.
yes,
My
yes.
question is why are the Christian supporting Zionism when Christian and Muslims are closer to the Christians? We believe in Jesus. We
I
believe in
will
one
go
God.
for this. I will transfer this question actually for 3 minutes before I answer this. What is the issue? The British sent many of their warships, okay, to defend and secure Israelis. Again, I don't know from what. If Palestinians are a superpower, our armed people, Palestinian armed people become a superpower, superpower can need all this, warships and airplane carrier, okay, to support Israelis. I don't know, is this support the image of Israelis as a superpower country in the region, and or it is become look like it is a very weak and very minor country without the defense of superpower countries. It is nothing, can be damaged like this. This the question not for me. This is a question for the Israel, not for you, not for Muslim Ummah. This question actually for the Israelis themselves. Is this image what you need to be look like, that you are weak and you need your mother, your father to come and support you against small armed groups? And this is the image. I don't
لا
know how
يقاتل
you are marketing by the Americans themselves that you can not only secure yourself, not only defend yourself, but no, you can secure and defend all of the region. If you can't secure yourself against 1,500 armed people, how you can secure the region? How you can deal as agent or as a policeman for the Americans in the region to defend the country there? I don't know from what actually. Okay, this one thing else. This is not the issue. The issue again, what we are when we call, you asked me before about Muslim Ummah support to Palestine and Aqsa Masjid and for situation in Gaza right now. We appreciate all Muslim countries support, all their effort and time they give to support Palestinian people, all their hard work for the Palestinian people. But we ask them one question. When you compare your support and solidarity with Palestinian, you feel that you support equal to the crimes, Israeli crimes, war crimes, crimes against humanity, against Palestinian people in Gaza and West Bank. When you compare the actions on the ground with your support, is it equal? Is it enough? This question for Muslim Ummah. Second question with Muslim Ummah. Israelis are a non-clear country, have the most modern and most strongest weapons, American weapons and European weapons, include F-35, which I think none of the countries in the region have the right to own it until now. Only the Israelis own it. With that, the Americans and British send their warships and their airplane carriers to support Israelis, and they give them an open budget for military aids for free to support themselves and open all their army storehouse, okay, to support them. When you compare this kind of support for this superpower country in the region by the American and British and the Western countries, you compare it with Muslim Ummah support for the Palestinian, you feel it is equal to that support and it is enough?
Yeah,
Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala,
it seems to
Allah,
me that ideologically, now Zionism is being exposed. People are seeing the truth. They thought that Zionism was just helping poor Jews that are victims, but now they're realizing that Zionism is a racial supremacy,
Brother,
apartheid.
I'm optimistic, but
Yeah.
again and again, in 2021, the people going in the street in favor of Palestine against the Israeli crimes against humanity in Gaza. But later on, again, the media, the propaganda of media, work hard to change their mind, make brainwash for them. And in the first few days of this attack against Gaza, the people was silenced again and was following the Israeli propaganda, the Israelis' lies, that they are a victim and the Palestinians are the killer. They are superheroes and the Palestinians are a terror. Okay? Which means we can't just stand and wait the reaction of the Western countries' people because they are under pressure, under brainwash 24 hours, 7 days a week by
Yes.
the
Can I?
Western media.
Uh,
Western media. Actually, we are not only suffering from Western media, not suffering from double standard, not suffering from occupation. Israelis actually they are armed not only with the Americans' weapons. Israelis armed with silence of the international society by the support of the Western countries' governments and leaders, by the American veto, by the Americans and Western countries media channels and media resources. They are support by all of that against the Palestinians. And
is
the question,
Jewish blood?
are we as a Palestinians alone in our duty to defend Aqsa Masjid, Beit al-Muqaddas, which is not only for us, it is for all Muslim Ummah? We was a blessing by Allah Himself, subhanahu wa ta'ala, to be the first circle to defend Aqsa Masjid. Okay, to make it safe, make it secure, not damaged, not replaced by Jewish temple. But is this the Palestinians' only battle? Are we
Can I?
going to be
Yeah.
supporting from others, brothers and sisters, Muslim Ummah around the world? Again and again, did you feel that you support for Palestine cause, for Palestine's suffering, for Palestine battle for freedom and independence, when you are and for keeping and defending Aqsa Masjid, you feel it is enough? If you feel it is enough and you're satisfied, I don't have anything to say. I just a question. I don't wait for answer from you and me. This question for all Muslim Ummah. This
Yes.
open question for everyone.
One
Again,
last
this
question.
lead us for the young generation. Again, this lead us for young generation. I like to share a story about young child. Israelis explorers go to the middle of Africa to explore the jungles there, what does they have for natural resources, all that thing. They found African child almost were nothing. And they asked the translator to ask him, what your dream? What is your life dream? He said, to be Shaheed in Aqsa Masjid. This is his dream. That African child in the middle of nowhere in the jungle of middle of Africa. Then this exploring team mentioned, report directly to their headquarters in Tel Aviv, Israel in danger. So Israel is going to be forever in danger. As long as we are a bear on the ground, Muslim Ummah a bear on the ground, and there is freedoms fighters looking for getting freedom and independence. okay, in Palestine, looking for a dream to getting a state, independent state of Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital, looking for getting the right of return for Palestinian refugees to their own homeland, which was transferred from it by force in 1948, according to Resolution 194. Israelis get, as I mentioned before, more than 3 million of military aid by the Americans only. I don't mention the Arabian countries and the economical support, financial support. I only speak about many, military aid. With that, they are not feel safe. So I hope so. They are become understand the lesson and understand that as long as you are looking for more weapons, for building more walls between you and Palestinians, as more as that you are looking for normalized relationship with all the world and ignoring the people are next to you, the real owners of the land of Palestine, and not looking to getting peace between you and them, you will never feel safe. Right now, maybe they are trying to damage Gaza and Gaza people, but is this going to make them safe again? If they kill all the Palestinians in Palestine, which is around 5 to 7 million, they will feel safe. Still other 7 million Palestinians living around the world. And if they kill all the Palestinians,
You're on that story.
they forget there is Muslim and Arabs Ummah more than 1.5 billion, they will feel safe. This is a question. What we are looking for is not more circle of violence, not more circles of blood. We are looking for peace and stability. This is our right. We are looking for peace and stability, not for us, for all the peoples in our region, for all the peoples, all the nations around the world. This is what are we looking for as a Palestinian. And I think this is the message of Islam, not only our message as a Palestinian. This is the message of Allah in all the religions. So the question for the Israelis, do you think when you kill many Palestinians, you're getting peace? When you are getting more and more weapons from Americans, you will get peace? When you're getting hundreds of billions of military aid from Americans, you're going to be having peace and security and stability? I think your experience for the last decades, since 1948 until now, this is lead you for nowhere. The only way to get security, peace, and stability is creating peace with Palestinian, accept their right to have their own independent state on the land of Palestine with Jerusalem as its capital, accept and obey their right of return to their own, for Palestinian refugees according to 194 resolution, accept and obey that human being, there are human beings have equal rights that all the nations, accept and obey the international law, accept and obey the international humanitarian law, accept and obey the principle of human rights. This is the only way to getting peace and stability, not only for Israelis, for any nation around the world. Getting more power, getting more power isn't mean you are safe. Getting more power isn't mean that you are safe. Getting more military isn't mean that you are safe. This is the issue. This is right now what we are waiting for the young generation from our Muslim Ummah. Don't forget that Aqsa Masjid, it is not belong for the Palestinians only. It is belong for all Muslim Ummah. Follow the vision of Qa'id A'zam, Muhammad Ali Janah, when how he's have vision of supporting Palestine and Palestinians. Don't forget his principles and his vision, how to deal with Palestine and how to deal with Israelis. Don't forget that. Try as young generation to follow this great funder, may Allah bless his soul, of Pakistan, and how he create his own vision and his principle to this. Keep in mind that a human being, when he died, he liked to be buried in his own homeland. He liked to be buried among his own people and his family and his dears. But when Maulana Muhammad Ali Johar died in London, okay, when he was one of the fighters to get Pakistan independence, he requested as last wasiyah to be buried in Palestine in Aqsa Masjid, which means the Muslim Pakistani especially love Palestine. He loved his own country, but he loved Palestine more. So keep your love to Palestine, to Aqsa Masjid and Aqsa Masjid pure and strong as it need to be. Because without that, we will never get Aqsa Masjid free. We will never get the opportunity to pray in Aqsa Masjid. We don't need to have a double nationality to go to Aqsa Masjid to pray. We need to be, as Muslim, have the right to have Aqsa Masjid free and have the opportunity to pray there, okay, freely and safe, enjoying safety and have connections with Allah Himself by our deep and deep beliefs and strong belief. This is what I like to have from our. Yani yesterday, one of my friends, Pakistani friends, shared with me the photo of his daughter. She's 3.5 years. She said, "I condemn and refuse and I'm against the Israelis' attitude, criminal attitude against the Palestinian. I stand up with Palestine and stand up with Palestinians, especially in Gaza and that what they are facing." I was really feel optimistic and full by hope when I see 3.5 years young girl getting this vision and proud to be supporter for Palestinians, not feeling shy of that. It's like some of the Western countries when they are doing these things. Really, what we are waiting from our young generation, from Muslim Ummah, uh, believe in one thing: strength, military power is not what going to make you stronger. What you going to make you stronger, your belief in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, your courage to face what you need to face with whatever going to be the price you're going to pay. Because our real life is not this life. Our real life is the second life. This life is only a test for us if we are going to behave good or bad. If we are going to have good, we deserve to go to Jannah, to paradise. If we are behave bad, we're going to hell. And whatever we have, whatever we reach in this life, isn't matter if we are not working hard for the next life. Next life is going to sky, and the only way to sky actually it is Aqsa Masjid. Because if there is other way to sky, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, when He giving blessed our uh, messenger Muhammad alayhi salatu wassalam in Isra and Mi'raj, why he take his messenger from Mecca to Aqsa Masjid? Why he didn't send him directly from the sky from Mecca? Which mean the road to the sky, the road to the heaven, the road to paradise came through Aqsa Masjid. This is my message for the young generation. Please keep it in mind and work hard for it. And one day soon, inshallah, we have the opportunity to pray safely, freely in the independence and free Aqsa Masjid.
Jazakallah khairan, Mr. Turk. We have some questions for you if you can give us 5 or 10 more minutes.
Please, my pleasure.
Want I just want to highlight some of the points you made before we finish. You spoke about how the Palestinians are victims of propaganda, that the Palestinians are resisting the occupation, and that they do not target innocent civilians, and that whenever Palestinians are killed, they're looked at, they're dehumanized. There's genocide that's taking place, and whatever happened in the West Bank or in Gaza or in those areas, The Palestinians are not targeting the civilians in any way. So this is this the you know they call it in West when people are killed they call it collateral damage. But when Muslims are involved in defending themselves, then they say that they're terrorists. So it's a media that is dehumanizing the Palestinian people.
Double standard in the media.
You spoke about how the Palestinians have a right to their homeland and that there's definitely a huge genocide happening. The Muslim countries should do more. We have to do more as Muslim Ummah to stand up for Palestine because it's our masjid. Masjid al-Aqsa is our masjid. We have to get together and defend it, and the people of Gaza are on the front lines. I spoke to Sister Aisha before this meeting, and I said that there's a hadith that there will be a time when the person who tamassak bideen, hold his religion, have 50 reward of shaheed, 50 shaheed from the Sahaba. And if you look at the pictures in Gaza today, how the mothers are holding their babies, some of them 8,
حديث
9, 10.
حديث القابض على دينه كالقابض على جمرة من النار. حديث
Yes,
القابض على دينه كالقابض على جمرة من نار, which means what he's strongly catch his religion, actually he's catch a piece of fire.
yes, yes. And when we see these pictures in Gaza, your
It
family
is
is there.
not easy to keep on with your own principle as a Muslim, okay, according to Allah order, to be careful, be warmer, and with all the people, all the humans. It is not easy. You're going to pay the price for that.